Yo guys, what's up and hope you're having a great day. It's been only 4 days since the last big patch and here we are again with the patch notes for the next big update coming to the game on Tuesday, September 19th. And oh boy, these developers are really taking it serious with the patches. They are listening to the community, they know what the issues are, and they are really working on to try to fix the game-breaking bugs as fast as possible, pushing out a patch every week. And that's really appreciated. Also, they are being really transparent. On Reddit, they're letting us know what's going on with the game and what they're working on, and not every dev is like that, but apparently still a lot of people are hating on that, saying they're not communicating with the community, they're not fixing the bugs, but those people don't have patience. I mean, it's a small studio and they're doing the best they can right now, and we really gotta give them some time and appreciate what they're doing. Alright, let's take a look at the patch notes for the next big update. So in this update, we got some really big changes. Right, first up is the first big change and also a really game-breaking thing that has been going on for a long time, which is the Sissy poison bug. So currently, Sissy's normal attacks are applying poison, which then also applies the poison slow when you equip a certain perk, as well as the poison damage. And this was really annoying for victims and it wasn't intended at all. It was a bug and it was really important that they are fixing it. Let's take a look at what they're saying. Alright, they're saying this bug resulted in all Sissy attacks having a poison effect. Sissy's normal attacks will now no longer have a poison effect. Special Blend can still provide a poison attack only on her next strike. Right, so Special Blend is a perk. When Sissy walks through her poisonous cloud, her next attack will apply poison. This is how it was intended to be in the first place. And lastly, Rubber Legs can still slow down victims already affected by poison. So Rubber Legs is a perk where a poison victim gets slowed by a percentage, and this can trigger when the victim gets poisoned through a poison cloud, through an item, or by Sissy hitting them with her poisonous attack. I'm so glad they fixed this huge bug, because playing against Sissy like this was nearly impossible to escape from her. Alright, the next one is players blocking themselves. We've resolved an issue where a player could block themselves, resulting in matchmaking issues and errors. Personally, I never experienced this bug, but it looks like this was an issue for some people. Next up, fusebox locations on Slaughterhouse are changed. Let's take a look. The fusebox will no longer spawn next to the Slaughterhouse door. We have replaced that with a new spawn on the side of the shed near the valve exit gate. So this makes defending the fusebox as family on Slaughterhouse a lot easier, because now all the 3 spawns are on one side of the map. They are pretty close to each other, so that when the fusebox spawns in one of those spots, it will be always on the same side of the map, so you wouldn't have to walk across the map and leave other areas unprotected. So one family member could now just stay on one side of the map and protect the fusebox and the facility altogether. I really like that they are addressing the problem with Slaughterhouse, where it was super hard for the family to defend the exits. And they also reworked the valve spawns on Slaughterhouse. We've moved the spawn location of the valve handle on the side of the garage to be in a more high traffic area. And they've also moved the spawn location of the valve handle on the side of the animal pen to be in a more high traffic area. Those spots were really easy to get to and the victims could take the valve handle super fast, so that's good that they moved those spawn locations to a more high traffic area where they can be patrolled easier and are harder for the victims to get to. But I don't know if those changes are enough. I think it will still be very hard to turn off the pressure valve once it has been opened, because it's still in the basement. In my opinion, it would be best to move up the pressure tank from the basement and put it like somewhere near the holding pen, maybe on one of the sides of the holding pen. That's still like a little far away, but it's more easier to get to. Because right now, when they turn on the pressure valve, 2 people have to go down in the basement, wasting their time down there trying to turn off the pressure valve, leaving all other exits unprotected in the meantime. So there was only one family member left to protect 3 exits, and that's impossible. Alright, hopefully they will address this problem even further in the future. And if you want to stay updated on all the news and patches in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support and it really means a lot to me. Next, we got efficient grappler perk levels reduced. This perk provides a percentage chance to keep scrap after a close encounter, and it got reduced at level 1 to 10% chance to keep scrap, at level 2 15%, at level 3 20%. I don't know how high the levels were before, but I assume they were in the 40% range. In the last patch they reduced the amount of bone scrap you get per bone pile, and with the nerf of this perk, they're trying to address the bone scrap problem even more. Alright, next we got efficient backstabber perk levels reduced as well. This perk provides a percentage chance to keep scrap after a backstab, and they reduced that on level 1 to 10%, on level 2 to 15%, and on level 3 to 20%. It also used to be at 40% at level 3. Hopefully this will address the constant stabbing of the family members and make it a more balanced experience and a little more harder to get the scrap and to keep the scrap. Alright, next up we got the Connie nerf and the Leland nerf. So what this nerf is all about is Connie's ability cooldown. We have added to the base cooldown time for Connie's focused ability. So for me, it sounds like they just added on top of the already existing cooldown after you use the ability. But I would have preferred them to put a cooldown on her ability before she can use it. Like when the game starts, you can only use the ability after like 1 minute. This would help in fighting the rush meta that we have right now, where they're trying to escape in a really short amount of time. But still, having the nerf on Connie in general is a good idea, because in my opinion, she's too strong right now. And this will hopefully keep her from using her ability too much. Next, we got Leland ability cooldown as well. They have added to the base cooldown time of Leland's lifesaver ability. If you didn't know, Leland's ability can stun the family members and also stun multiple family members if they are close to each other. And also increasing the cooldown on his ability will hopefully make him think twice before he uses his ability and stop him from spamming that all game, and just make it more fun for the family to play against that. So those changes are a bit controversial. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Connie and the Leland nerf. I personally think they could have done it a little bit different. So let me know, what are your opinions and how would you change their ability to make them balance. Alright, next we got Escape Restraints minigame. They have adjusted the minigame to escape your restraints at the start of the match. It will now require slightly more taps to escape, and the overall minigame will take slightly longer to complete. Alright, so it will just take a little longer. So that's a really good change, because the family was still in the cutscene while the victims were already running around. And with this change, where they have to stay a little bit longer in the restraints, will make the whole experience in the beginning of the match more balanced. So hopefully when you're playing Leatherface, you wouldn't be bullied by Leland while you're still in the animation. Hell, I've seen Lelands trying to stun you while you were still in the animation. You know what I'm saying? Also, strength and stealth still affect this minigame, and players can still build accordingly. And lastly, we got tuned 7 players requirements. We have reinstated the 7-player requirement for lobbies to launch. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell they were thinking when they introduced the 6-player match. I had it once where the match was trying to start us with 6 players, and I immediately unready to just wait like 20 more seconds for a 7th player. And man, I don't know what they were thinking with that. And it's good that they reverted this change. Alright, they're also saying if you have any issues with the game, just visit their support site and contact them. Also stay tuned on their official channels for the upcoming patch, as well as the new Murder Times that will arrive next week as well. And it looks like they will still continue to be very transparent, listening to the community, and they're really trying hard to fix the game breaking bugs and to balance the game so everyone can have a fun experience. And I really appreciate that, and we should really be patient and look forward to those changes. Alright, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.